I mean, I saw that X-Men movie. I was just laughing my ass off. I mean, people, this really is where we're heading. We're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have swords tied to my skeleton, and like they're gonna pop out, when I'm, and the death kiss girl. Yeah, I can't kiss anybody. Yeah, I'm really a challenge to love me, boy. Yeah, you got to wear like super condoms everywhere. I mean, why couldn't you use a condom, okay? I watched the fucking X-Men movie, I'm saying, well, what? You buy 2 condoms or something, you don't pretend you have to be some kind of virgin and nobody can touch you. There's fucking latex gloves, bitch. Condoms and latex gloves, okay? So let's get to it. Oh, God, that really pissed me off. What a stupid superpower. Yeah, touch me and you die. I mean, what the hell is that?
She sucks their dick and then kills them.
She's not walking around like with a cover over her face or anything. She's just like wearing regular like Kmart mittens. I mean, what the hell?
I like the third X-Men. She was good.
Yeah, I haven't seen the whatever's this prequels and sequels and shit. So I only saw the first one. Yeah, I know. Well, whatever. It ain't debate room tonight, I guess. Okay, sorry. PM jackass. Don't PM me. Just if you got something to say it in the little fucking text thingy there, or just knock that shit off. But none of that PM crap. I mean, unless you're a girl and you're gonna say something like, "I'd like to fuck you," and come over to your house and say, well, "Okay, then you can PM me." But otherwise, fuck you. Oh, yeah, back to Paul. I forgot all about Paul. Paul's in trouble. Let's see. Yeah, what's he gonna do? He's still thinking about it. I don't know. Shadow Man's right behind me, I think, maybe, possibly. Shadow Man. I remember when I was a kid once, I how you think you just know it, like you're lying in the dark or something, you think I thought somebody was in my closet, and like for the whole night, I was just sitting there saying, I know that fucker's in my closet. And, it was like a real menacing character that lives down the road, had a gun. I saw him shoot a snapping turtle once, so he was like, silly scared me a little. And, it was funny, like, I just sat there the whole night just waiting for the sun to come up, and, yeah, there's nobody there, it's like, okay, yeah, the sun made him go away, but it was just like, it really did bug me the whole night. I wasn't a dumb kid, but I just couldn't get out of my head that he was there.
Who is in it? Tom Cruise?
Yeah, whatever.
I used to have this recurring nightmare when I was a kid. I used to sleep with the radio on all night, and I wouldn't be able to sleep unless the music was going. And I used to have this nightmare that I was like floating above myself as I slept and looking down on my bed, and I could see my room, and like I'd be watching myself sleeping, and the music would be playing, and all of a sudden my closet door would kind of start to slide open. Like when the music went off, when it went to commercials, the closet door would slide open, and this fucking thing would come out. This like thing would start shambling towards me as I slept, and I would start screaming at myself like, wake up, wake up. And then when it would like get right to me, like, yeah. And then when the music came back on, the thing would go, and then like scurry back into the fucking closet. I had that nightmare like twice a week when I was a kid. Fucked me up.
Yeah, that stuff does play with your brain a little, but it's funny about closets. Closets are, you probably shouldn't let kids have closets. Nothing good happens. Yeah.
You ever wake up out of a dream like suddenly and like look at like the real world and everything's like fucking swirling and fucking blurry and shit?
Duh. God. Yeah, like what? So somebody wakes up some other way?
I've like
No, like, when I was a little kid, I used to like try to like stare at stuff really, really hard and think if I stared at it long enough, I could actually move it. And it never moved. And then I had one of those other like kind of like whatever type of psychological problems where if I thought if I listened to like the Spanish channel and I fell asleep with it, you know, while it was on and I listened to it, then I would wake up being able to speak Spanish, and that never worked either.
Yeah, I remember I saw some Disney movie or something, you know, where they, you know, had things in the guy's ear and he was learning stuff, and so I said, okay, maybe that works. And so I tried that shit, you know, where I was trying to learn while I was sleeping, but it didn't work. It was a waste. A lot of weird shit, you know. I mean, when I was a kid, you know, I had all those, I had little spots, just little dots, used to float around the room, swirl all around the whole room, and it was like that for like 5 years, every night. Like aliens or something. It was really, I mean, I know it had to be some sort of optical, I mean, I don't know, well, I don't know what it was actually. It was fucked up. That's what it was. But there'd be millions of them. There'd be different colors, like just little round colored balls, and they would just, you know, swirl around in the room.
Now, Paulie Stoney's making me fucking jealous with that bomb. I was so pissed at that motherfucker for giving me the fucking runaround. I had a fucking plan this time. Maybe
go back to bandits. Cal Cole, sorry. Ooh, there we go. Oh, it's a guy. Oh, sorry. Never mind. I saw a naked butt. I said, oh, maybe something good's happening, but no. Just some gay thing. Well, Paulie's kind of interesting. Shouldn't be dissing on him. Can't hear you, Gary. Mic's too low. Well, whatever. I don't think it is. But I don't care. Everybody has to adjust themselves to me. Says me.
You gotta kind of wonder, watching Paulie, like, what's going on in his life? Like, he doesn't talk, he's just putting on this little show for everybody, but it's really just for himself. He kind of dances around and does his thing. Like, you wonder what his circumstances are? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. I mean, I did wonder, you know, but then I've gotten used to it, and so now it's like, I don't even know how to, it's like Friendly Rabbit. You know, it's like Friendly Rabbit's in the room. He's just, yeah, Paulie. He's just doing the little Paulie thing. You know, it's just such a Paulie kind of thing. I don't know how to even describe it, but yeah, it's gotten so benign and sort of interesting. It's almost like some sort of pantomime. Hey, close your mic, Devil's Will guy. Thank you.
Hey, do you guys mind if we talk about a slightly more morbid topic, like this value of life thing? One of your favorite topics, Gary. I've seen a number of your videos on the topic, and I remember a while back you made a video and you said if there was a red button that you could push to, you know, end this entire planet, you would push it. Do you still feel that way?
Well, it's not a feel thing, actually. Yeah, I both intellectually know it's the right thing to do, and I actually, you know, especially the last 2 weeks, I hate people so much that I want to do it. So yeah, I both want to do it, and I know it's the right thing. Where before I just knew it was the right thing intellectually, yeah, now I want to do it. I mean, I want to fuck them. Yeah, I want to smash it hard. So yeah.
Yeah, so can we actually go through that rationale? But I mean, I know you've made a lot of videos on it. I've only seen a handful of them, so I'm not sure what your whole position on it is. But well, I've seen you attack it from...
I'll give you the point to start from. My argument is that the universe begins with negative, and especially life. It begins with a negative. You're born into the world in need, and the rest of your life you're just trying to get back what you've lost. You get back what nature's taken from you and forcing you to chase. You're chasing this satisfaction thing, which really is just trying to get yourself back whole again. So it's a zero-sum game. There's absolutely no true positive in the universe. The only positives are eliminating a negative. So I mean, obviously when you eliminate a red number, you're creating a positive, but the positive's getting consumed by the fact that the red number consumed its value. So there's no net positive possibility. So the best life can do in a perfect world, okay, absolutely perfect, would be zero sum, which means it creates as much need as it satisfies. So it's able to satisfy all the need created. My argument is that life will always leave spilt milk on the floor. We'll never be able to clean up the mess that it makes. So yeah, the universe is better off without it. We don't know how miserable we actually are, and we're a blight on the universe. Yeah.
Well, that to me seems like a somewhat. That seems to me like a somewhat cynical viewpoint. The way I view it isn't like that. It's more like we have the default position would be just one of antipathy. It's just like you're fine, you're content. But then if, like, for example, a hot chick walks into my room right now, that would be a bonus. So I don't see that as, but you're essentially seeing as the hot chick in the room as the zero sum. But that seems kind of strange to me. It seems like the content, that would be the line where that's the zero, and then the hot chick in the room, that would be a plus. So if you have suffering, you can offset it by, a lot of positive.
Yeah, well,
and listen, I don't want to speak to you, but I mean, the zero sum is
always
that,
a tricky game. So, Bandit, sorry, you're gonna have to take your turn here. What would you call, like, say I've given an example of like an orgasm, and I've sort of explained the mechanics of it, that what it's really made out of is you being relieved of a lot of tensions and pains that you're not 100% conscious of. So like right now, if I wasn't distracted and I thought about how I felt, I can feel that, oh yeah, I got some arthritis in this elbow, my rotator cuff thingy is all fucked up here, and I got some real pain there, and my back's a little fucked up, and my stomach's a little and I can find some miseries here. And if somebody was to relieve those, just instantly pull a string and release me of these miseries, these encumbrances, I would feel damn good. I mean, it would be a great sensation. And so that's sort of my argument, though, is that, maybe you're not seeing it, maybe you're not conscious of it, but your attraction, when you're attracted to something, it's really because you're deprivated, because you're in need. And that need, you might have the illusion that there's some value there, but it's the same illusion that keeps a heroin addict chasing the heroin. That's where the addiction psychology owns us, and it's not a healthy psychology, it's an unhealthy psychology.
Yeah, and what I was going to get at is that, at the end of the day, and I'm not going to use somebody else's verbiage, but it's the same thing. We're chasing the cheese, and you're never going to get to it. And but bottom line is and this is why I think there's so many religions and all this other bullshit, is because people are afraid to die. And at the end of the day, no matter what you do, no matter how fast you can run, and no matter how close you get to the cheese, before you get there, you're gonna fucking die. You and every single person in here. Within the next 70 years, there's not going to be us.
You're going to die wanting another piece of cheese. You're going to die unsatisfied. You're going to die thinking you didn't finish the job. And that's, it's just such bullshit. And then somebody else is just going to take your place. All they do is put a younger soldier back in the same trench and say, go fight this stupid jackass war all over again. I mean, I've made jokes about it, but let's pile up all the semen ever squirted on planet Earth, okay, in the history of life on Earth, and let's build ourselves, a giant tower to the moon.